On an overcast autumn day like today, there's nothing better than warming up with a cup of tea. And it's even better if that cup of tea helps to boost your immune system and fight off flu season. Today, I'm going to show you how to make an artist conch tea, which is a fantastic cold weather drink from the mushroom Ganoderma applanatum. But first, we're gonna go find some. Okay, I have scoped some out through the trees here. These are some beautiful conchs. This is a very easy mushroom to identify. It can often be seen with a rusty brown, spore-covered top and a pure white underside of pores, growing off the side of fallen hardwood logs or dying hardwood trees. The white pores underneath this mushroom bruise brown with even the lightest pressure, which allows it to be used as a natural canvas, hence the name artist's conch. When harvesting this mushroom, you just want to take the outermost growth layer. This is the most recent growth from the mushroom, and it's the only part that we'll be using medicinally. There's no sense in ripping off the whole conch, because by just taking the outer layer, we allow the conch to continue growing for seasons to come. Also, make sure to bring a good knife because these have tough skin. So this actually looks fantastic. This is exactly what I was hoping to see. There's no white in this layer. Here's an example of an old rotting conch that is not fit for medicinal use. Notice the white growth on the inside. The mushroom is very firm, whereas if this had that white growth that I didn't want, it would be very squishy. With 3 beautiful rims of artist conch, I'm ready to go back to the house. Just before I make my tea, I have a couple notes about the medicinal benefits of the artist conch. A quick search online will let you know that Ganoderma applanatum has health benefits that resemble its cousin reishi, such as anti-cancer, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and immune-supporting effects. While there is promising early research on the health benefits of Ganoderma applanatum, many studies have been conducted on animals or in vitro. More research, particularly human clinical trials, is needed to fully understand and confirm these health benefits. Okay, back to the tea. The first thing I'll do is wash the artist conchs, primarily because they're covered in their own spores, which is actually what gives them their rusty brown color. I'll never get everything off, but I definitely like to give it a good scrub. Now over to the cutting board, I will struggle to cut this up into pieces. Bring a sharp knife and be very careful of your fingers because this is no easy task. Mince it if you can, but I always feel comfortable leaving it like this. Next, I'll take a medium-sized pot and put a handful of the artist conch chunks inside of it. If given the same amount of time to steep, using more artist conch will produce a stronger tea. If you'd prefer to have numbers to go off of, I usually use 30 grams of artist conch for every 1 liter of water. Once you've added your water, turn your heat up to high and wait for the water to come to a light boil. Once you see the bubbles, put on a lid and reduce heat to low. Simmer the artist conch between 2 and 4 hours. Once it's complete, you'll definitely see it in the color of the liquid. Next, I'm going to strain my artist conch tea through a fine mesh strainer, and then I'll strain that through a coffee filter. A cheesecloth or any other kind of strainer works well too. And there you have it, your artist conch tea. I'd recommend keeping it simple, adding some honey and some lemon, and you're good to go. Your tea will keep for 4 to 5 days in the refrigerator and last for up to 6 months if frozen into ice cubes. Full disclosure, artist conch has never made me feel as good as I've heard it make some others feel. My favorite mushroom for tea is birch polypore, and I have a whole bunch to get me through winter. Different people react differently to different things, so listen closely to what your body is telling you, and always play it safe. If you're taking this mushroom for the first time, start with consuming a very small amount and see how it personally affects you. If you want to know way more about the artist conch, I have a full in-depth video coming out in spring 2025. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that. Let me know if you have any questions or feedback, and I'll see you later.